It's so lovely to see you, City Council. My name is Mary Rose Lenorang. Steve Novick, it's a pleasure to see you. Amanda Fritz, it's a pleasure to see you. Charlie Hales, I'm pleased with your interview with KGW on zombie houses. Dan Saltzman, I really want to commend you for your work on housing. Nick Fish, you know we get along. Maybe it's because I read your grandfolks' Wikipedia article. It was just so fascinating. Mr. Saltzman, I wanted to offer you the opportunity to really put on your superhero cape and move forward on a level of heroism that has been unseen heretofore. And we don't know where we're going with this housing catastrophe. We have the refugee crisis in Syria. I'm sometimes impressed that the refugees in Northern Europe are getting better treatment than our homeless here in the United States of America. So I want us to bring us up to an international humanitarian aid standard where we have, if people are forced to live in camps and tents, they are living in very high quality, heated, with sanitation services kinds of tents. What we've got, this little shamble Hooverville type stuff, is despicable. It afflicted my grandpa's generation. It's why he joined the Navy. So I want to thank you for this, because I think housing and urban development needs to be expanded. We need forward thinkers like FDR, who transformed the blight and poverty into productivity. A particular hero that I have is Olof Palme, who for some reason gets blamed with the Million program, which in Sweden solved. Olof Palme went to Detroit, Michigan, and he solved the urban blight. He solved the destruction, the homelessness, the poverty, the rioting, the controversies, and he said, I'm going back to Sweden, and this is not going to happen to my country. I will build housing. And the Million program, I've been there. What passes for standard impoverished housing, or just like a regular old blue-collar worker would have, excellent windows, double-paned windows, excellent insulation, excellent electricity, excellent water pressure, cleanliness, Scandinavian design, which focuses on simplicity, durability, and beauty, elegance. And when I was there, I felt the potential for the riots, which eventually broke out. So I was there in 2011 primarily, and when the riots broke out in 2013, I said, I can feel this. There has been an unanswered need. So once you meet the housing, you have to also meet the human needs. If there are afflicted populations who feel alienated, they need to be reached out to. So there may or may not be within this data management, systems management, a way of calculating what is the amount of social workers on staff for different kinds of crises, from alcoholism to domestic violence. What is the amount of cultural centers, libraries, computers, things that are cultural center related, which the Swedish term for that is kulturhuset. It's much more interesting than a library, and it's not a de facto homeless shelter like we have in our libraries, where women like me are afraid to enter libraries for fear I will be offered crystal meth or sex sales or any other kind of unfortunate situation. Our libraries should be sacrosanct because housing is a human right. We maybe need to form a constitution of Portland that solidifies that right, as the Swedish constitution solidifies the right to housing. But I thank you for your work and your work on women's issues as well. And I want to reach out to you specifically about the bullying on Facebook of David Keefe Davis as a skinhead when he's actually a Jewish man. And guess what? I just found out I have got a Jewish great-grandma, so it's hurting my heart.